자, 그 다음은 크립토닷컴을 모셔볼 텐데요. 본격적인 강연에 앞서서 먼저 크립토닷컴의 비디오 영상 먼저 함께 보시고 소개해드리겠습니다. 네, 영상 즐겁게 관람하셨나요? 자, 그럼 본격적으로 연사분을 모셔보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이번 연사는요, 크립토닷컴의 에릭 안지아니 COO님께서 About Crypto.com이라는 주제로 발표 준비해 주셨다고 하는데요. 네, 아직 연사님께서 오시지 않으신 것 같은데, 네, 여기 계시군요. 자, 그럼 여러분, 크립토닷컴의 COO 에릭 안지아니 분을 모셔보도록 하겠습니다. 큰 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to be here today with all of us in Busan for the Busan Blockchain Week. Really thankful for the organizers to have put together such a great event. I can feel the energy and the enthusiasm. And of course, great support from the City of Busan administration and Mayor Park to make this event possible. Over the last week, I've met many different stakeholders here in Seoul and in Busan, government stakeholders, regulators, partners, and I really felt the sense and the enthusiasm to drive innovation for the Web3 space. And I think if we want to support and make sure Busan becomes a global hub for Web3 and crypto, it's important to have our leaders commit to the space and to have strong willingness to take some risk, to be bold. As you saw from the clip that was just displayed on screen, at Crypto.com we have that slogan, which is fortune favors the brave. And I feel people here in Busan have the energy and the commitment to make it happen. It reminded me, when we talk about fortune, of my last trip here in Korea. It was just a few months back. And it was quite a peculiar week. I don't know if you guys remember. It was the time where there was massive rainfall here in Korea. It was floods everywhere. And we were having an event with our partners. And everything was, there was water everywhere. I was a little bit distressed. And some of my partners came around and said, Eric, it's okay. You don't have to worry. Today, there is rain. Tomorrow, there will be good fortune. I was not sure at the beginning. I said, let's see. And over the last few months, with the hard work of our team in Korea, led by Patrick, we have forged numerous partnerships here in Korea. We have brought them to market, we have launched them, and I feel we're on the right track. So it's very exciting to come back in Busan and to show and drive the hub here that is being built for Web3. A little bit about myself. I'm a Frenchman. I was born and raised in France, but worked overseas most of my career. Started in the West, in Europe, and then moved to Asia. Two parts are important in my journey. The first was to work for the traditional financial sector, investment banking, capital markets, strategy consulting. It gave me a very good sense of what traditional fiat instruments are. What are they used to in our economy? What purpose do they have? And it really helped me at Crypto.com because we're building the bridge between traditional financial assets and digital assets. The second part of my journey, I wanted to have global impact and be closer to consumers. So I joined the tech industry. I work in fintech, e-commerce, and really helped scale some businesses to hundreds of millions of users globally, and a lot of learnings from that. 5 years ago, I went into the rabbit hole of crypto and I joined Crypto.com. It was very early days for us. We had 10 to 20 people, no product in market. But it was a risk I was willing to take because I was passionate about the industry and the potential that it has to positively change people's life. So let's talk about Crypto.com. At Crypto.com, we have this belief that blockchain technology and the assets that are built upon it, cryptocurrency, NFTs, and others, can change people's life by empowering them to take control over their finances, over their data, over their identity. So our vision is simple, to bring cryptocurrency to every wallet. That means making this industry mainstream, having 3, 4, 5 billion users in the world using cryptocurrency for their day-to-day needs. And of course, our mission is clear. We want to accelerate that transition for the world to be using those digital assets. Cryptocurrency started with small meetups of people, communities that had the same goals. And as the space grew, those communities became global. And it's extremely powerful that cryptocurrency and Web3 can bring is getting together communities of same interest, locally and globally, and making sure the fruits of the labor that you contribute as a user, as a creator, as a developer, is shared fairly and equitably. If we look at Web2 today, most of the value that is created accrues to very few companies. But with Web3, we can share back that value. And every contribution that you make to a network, you can get a share of that. And I feel it's extremely powerful, and that's what we're building upon. Today, after 6 years since the foundation of Crypto.com in 2016, we have more than 50 million customers globally, bringing this industry mainstream, one customer at a time. And we're available in more than 100 markets globally. Over the years, we've built a full-fledged ecosystem that covers all the needs of customers that want to participate in the Web3 industry. Whether you are crypto curious and just want to have a simple introduction to the space, have a little bit of Bitcoin to start, understand what's going on, we have a product for you. If you are a more sophisticated player and want to work directly in decentralized finance, we make it easy for you to access those protocols and those services, lending, borrowing, and trading. If you are institutions, we also have an advanced trading platform for you, which is state-of-the-art, that allows you to provide liquidity and use advanced algorithmic trading strategies to manage your assets. We also contribute to the Web3 ecosystem by building platforms like our NFT platform, which was the first one launched amongst all global players. On top of those use cases, we also invest in infrastructure. We have supported, over the years, enormous investment into R&D, into blockchain, and in particular Chronos, which is today a top 10 blockchain. It's very important for us not only to build applications, but also to support the ecosystem, to give back. So everything that we've done on the infrastructure side has been open source, has been permissionless, so people can build upon it. And that's very core to our philosophy. The last point I want to mention is critical. All these services, all these products are built on an extremely solid foundation of compliance and security. We made a very tough decision when we started the business in 2016. A lot of our peers did not make that decision. We decided to start with a foundation of compliance and security. We knew that the space would be regulated, especially at the interface, at the bridges between traditional finance, traditional fiat money, and digital asset. And if you want to make the industry mainstream, you needed to build those bridges and to do it in a responsible way. it cost us because putting in place all these controls and working across the globe and operating licenses provides friction to our customer base. But we felt this was the right way to build a business that has a goal to bring billions of users to the industry. So let's talk about Crypto.com in Korea now. Just stay here for a bit. Last year, we set up our office, and we were the first global exchange to acquire 2 licenses, a payment license, EFTA, and a crypto license through the VASP registration process. We're very proud of the support we have received to enable this acquisition and the hard work also of our team locally to drive those to fruition. Following these acquisitions, we've started working with partners here in Korea. And as I was mentioning at the beginning, we've already partnered with numerous talents, companies in the entertainment space, in the gaming space in Korea. And not only partnered, but we also launched and brought to market these partnerships, whether with K-pop groups like Mamamoo, where we celebrated their 8th anniversary with a drop. We explored also virtual idol with Metamu and the Fantasio group. And later today, we'll share our collaboration with A-Story, who is the owner of the very globally famous show, The Extraordinary Attorney Woo. And there's a lot more that is to come. I'm already very excited to see the traction we have in Korea and what's next to come. We also want to work and bring most of our product in the market. And I'm glad to see that we also have a partnership with BC Card to bring our flagship card product to the market. When we look at Busan specifically, we have signed this week, and it was a great achievement, an MOU with the city of Busan, with the support of the Busan administration and Mayor Park, to support the strong ambition of Busan to become a hub for crypto and Web3. And we'll bring our resources, our partnership connections, our technology to support this ambition. Looking forward, if we step back a little bit and look at our industry. Last year, we had about 100 million users using crypto across the globe as an industry. And over a year and a half, 2 years, we already tripled, quadrupled the base. Today, we're very close to 400 million users globally, but I would say just below that, 300 plus. It's a big achievement, but we're very early days. If you look at the internet, there was a bit 300, 400 million users on the internet in 2000. So that's a good comparison. Crypto is a little bit in the 2000 of the internet days. It took another 5 years for internet to get to 1 billion users. Have the conviction that in crypto we'll go faster. I hope in 2 to 3 years we'll reach that milestone to 1 billion users globally. So how do we get there? I think in the early days, we worked and built the payment and the trading infrastructure. And I think there's still a lot to be done. And I'm very excited to see that the city of Busan is planning to build a digital asset exchange. There's no better way to learn by doing. And I think there will be a lot of learnings and a lot of value brought by this initiative. So trading is really what grew the space over the last few years. But to get to 1 billion users, we will need new use cases, and in particular, Web3 use cases. Gaming and NFTs, I think, will be the key drivers of this new wave of adoption. On the gaming front, I will echo, I was saying in the previous presentation, the fact that you own an asset. If you work hard in a game, the fruit of labor is your own, and you can use that asset in other games, making the asset interoperable it's going to be extremely powerful. That will change the game, no pun intended. We haven't seen yet a game that has gone to scale, but with the level of capital we have today in our industry, last year there was 30 billion invested, the level of talent we have in our industry as well, those gaming use cases that get us to scale will emerge. I'm convinced of that. With NFT, you have that digital asset ownership that you can see in games, but you also have control over your identity and your data. And that's where social file, social network mixed with Web3 will be extremely powerful. Digital identity, controlling your identity on multiple platforms as a user, but also as a creator. Today, creators, most of them, the large majority, does not earn much on those platforms, and they are at the mercy of decisions that are made there. They don't control their network of fans, and they don't have an easily direct relationship under their control. With Web3, that fan-creator relationship can be fully owned by the community and the creators themselves. This will open up massive opportunity to share value in a more equitable and fair way to creators and to the fan that engage with their artist or talent or brand. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And it will be important for regulators across the world to let that innovation happen, especially on those more frontier use cases, because we still don't know which one will get us to scale. We have to have the ability to experiment so we can get the right outcome, which is to grow the space, create economic opportunities in Busan, in South Korea, and beyond. On top of the MOU that we've signed with the city of Busan, we also would like to announce that we'll be establishing here, right here in Busan, an office to support the local talent, the local SMEs, the companies that are in the culture, entertainment, and gaming space to scale their operations within South Korea, but more importantly, globally. With our platforms, with our 50 million customers growing every day, we have the ability to help Busan creators, Busan developers to get to scale. And I'm looking forward to anyone here today and through our trip this week who wants to reach out to us so we can help them get to scale, bring Busan to the world. Thank you very much.
네, 크립토닷컴에 대해서 잘 알 수 있었던 시간이었습니다. 앞으로 한국에서의 크립토닷컴의 행보도 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.